Yes, welcome to Skee TV, where today we are going to showcase you an unboxing and review of the latest and greatest from Apple. Of course, the iPhone 5 that is heavily anticipated, everybody's been waiting on. Is it worth the upgrade? What are all the new features? We're going to showcase you right here on Skee TV.
Skee TV.
So we actually have both the white and the black iPhone 5. I've been testing this one for a little bit and have been on iOS 6 for a little while, so I'm super familiar with it. But before we get to the review of it, I'm going to actually show you what the unboxing is like, since I haven't opened this white version yet, brand new. So we'll showcase this to you, then we'll get to the black one for the actual review. So right here we have a white iPhone 5. It comes in the typical box you're expected from Apple. Of course, the dimensions are a little bit different to fit this phone. So we open it up right here. See all the necessary info. So, as we take the phone out, as you can see, the phone is right there. Now instantly you notice it looking similar to the iPhone 4 in the front. However, when you flip it around, you can see the back is very different. Now it comes obviously wrapped in a plastic seal. So here you can see the white one. As you open the box up, you get Apple's new earbud headphones, which we'll talk about in a second. Of course, the typical charger that we've come to love and use, except it is now a new Lightning 9-pin adapter right here. So this is what comes in the box. Super simple. The earbuds come in a cool little case. It's much better than, I don't think they came in a case before. It was just wrapped in there with the box. So definitely a step up, and it's actually an Apple case. Check it out. Cool little feature right here. Now let's get to the review of the iPhone 5 itself. So first up, we'll show you both the black and the white versions. In terms of design, it looks similar to the 4 from the front, but very different on the black. Now, it has like a matte black, or kind of like a matte silver on both of these. Gone is the glass. It looks very nice, very smooth. It's actually 18% thinner in terms of dimension than the iPhone 4, which we'll show you a little bit later on. It's also 20% lighter. It's crazy because it's actually added, it's a little bit longer. It has another row of columns that you'll see in your app window. However, they have made it much lighter. Next up, we're going to show you the new dock connector. So everybody's been talking about this. A lot of people are kind of upset that they left the old one, but I personally like it a lot. It goes in the same place in the bottom of your phone, but very small, even smaller than it looks in the pictures when you first get your hands on it. Now let's get to the specs of the iPhone 5. It's kind of funny the last iPhone was called the iPhone 4S for speed because it wasn't on a faster LTE network. The phone was double the speed of the typical iPhone 4. And this one actually doubles the iPhone 4S in terms of speed. That's because it now uses an A6 processor, which is twice as fast as the iPhone 4S you've come to know and love. But this is truly a fast phone, and not just because of that chip. It's the first phone in the iPhone series to use LTE technology, which is super fast. We've been using it on AT&T, and it literally is faster than Wi-Fi. The battery time is actually improved on this. Instead of getting, with the 4S, I think it was around 200 hours of standby time, they up it a little bit to 220, so it's actually a better battery than the iPhone 4S. Another feature Apple's added in this phone to make it lighter, smaller, and thinner is what they call a nano SIM. So no more do you have the micro SIMs or an old school SIM card. It's now a nano SIM, so super small, just making the component smaller, making the phone to be so light. And the screen is actually better quality. They've got darker blacks, better colors in it. Not that it needed to improve from the Retina display, but it is a little better. And even just the way it moves, no pixelation, you can't see anything, just amazing technology. Now earlier we talked about the Lightning connector, and if you have an old Apple connector, an accessory that you want to plug into it, they sell an adapter for $25. It doesn't come with one, but a lot of people are complaining about that. Again, it's technology, it evolves. You want something smaller. Now the first thing you're going to notice when you turn on your new iPhone is that it now uses iCloud to back all your documents up. So if you've backed your previous phone up with iCloud, not connecting it to the computer, it'll just download everything automatically. From your settings, to your apps, to whatever you want. Now a couple more features on the phone. The camera is amazing as always, slightly improved. It also features crystal around it, so it's not as likely to scratch as glass. It's actually the second, I think, most solid material in the world behind a diamond. Now one cool feature about this that a lot of people have been talking about, I don't think it's gotten the hype it's deserved after using it, is panorama. Apple's really perfected it with this. You get a great view. It tells you when you need to move, when to slow down. takes great pictures, and now you don't have to open another app for it. So cool, much welcome addition. The camera actually seems to work a lot faster, so all your picture takers are going to be super happy with that. Now, one feature everybody's been talking about is the new apps. Everybody's so excited about them because they have turn-by-turn directions, cool new graphics, and it's Apple now making it as opposed to Google. You also get a 3D view, and people are excited that it's just Apple over Google Maps. Well, unfortunately, I'm here to tell you, after using these for 6 months, as they stand, until we get improvements, I'm very disappointed. Now, I've had a ton of issues where it takes you to the wrong place, takes you the wrong direction, will take you a longer route than needed. It's gotten me lost on location to a video shoot where it took me on the opposite part of downtown LA. When I was over in France and London for the Olympics, it would take me down one-way streets that you couldn't go. Definitely doesn't hold a candle to Google Maps. More new features: you can now use FaceTime over a cellular network if your cell phone provider lets you. There's going to be certain cell phone providers that actually let you buy different data plans or messaging plans that let you use that. Some are going to work right out of the box, so check with your local cell phone provider. But it definitely works just like any other FaceTime, especially if you're on the LTE network. It's going to be just as fast as Wi-Fi in terms of quality, and you're going to get the same look that you're used to seeing. Another new heavily touted iOS 6 feature that's featured in the iPhone 5 is Passbook, where basically you can have your plane ticket, movie tickets, discount cards, you name it, in here. And then when you go to a store, they just scan the QR code or whatever it is, so you can easily keep it moving. And it's one of those things that's going to be great in the future. It's great in theory. It's great to see them integrate. However, out of the box, there's not much out there to use it with. So we'll keep our eye on it for the future. Cool concept, definitely going to be great. Just not much you can do with it now. Now, of course, we got to showcase our app, which I feel is one of the best apps out there, the Skee TV 24/7, where we are a streaming radio station in Skee TV. And as you can see right here, it's an app that hasn't been optimized yet for the iPhone 5 wide screen. So you actually get its sandbox, so you get a couple black bars on top and bottom. We're going to work on it, but that's just a small example of how other apps will work until they're updated to fix for the iPhone 5, which should be coming soon once everybody gets their hands on it. What it really comes down to is the iPhone 4 versus the iPhone 5. Now, I'm going to showcase the white one since they're both right here in front of me. You can see from the front, that's the size difference. Again, it doesn't look too crazy. It looks bigger in pictures than actually in person, because I thought it was going to be a little bit too long. In terms of depth, you can see as we hold them side by side, the iPhone 5 is, again, 18% smaller but noticeable. Now let's get to the final verdict. The iPhone 5. Is it worth copying if you have a 4, 4S, any other phone? Does it live up to the hype? Well, let me start off by saying I wasn't that excited. Just because Apple's done so much. The 4S to me prior to this was already the best phone in the world. And the iPhone 5 just steps it up another notch. When you hold it, you can't believe how light it is. By them adding another row of columns and making a 16:9 screen just gives it the perfect size. I love the fact that it uses a new, faster, smaller dock connector with Lightning. The camera is incredible, not much more you can do with that. iOS 6 is a great update in most regards. If they took Google Maps on, I'd be a lot happier. However, hopefully they can fix Apple Maps over the time. Overall, the best phone in the world, and the real reason to cop this, especially if you already have an iPhone 4S, is the speed. Not because the chip is double the size, but because of the LTE network. Especially, you know, we've been using it on AT&T and it's so fast. Skee TV, hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back soon with all the latest and greatest reviews. Download that Skee 24/7 Skee TV app and listen to my radio station streaming 24/7, or watch all these Skee TV videos. It's absolutely free. Go click on it now. Especially if you got an iPhone 5. We're gonna go optimize it right now. Yeah.